It is Monday, November the 11th. So that means it is Secret Diary of a Serial Dieter. It has not been a good month. Grab yourself a brew and we'll have a little discuss about what went wrong in the last 4 weeks. Oh my, I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. It's about halfway through the month on Secret Diary of a Serial Dieter. And I can tell you that I jumped on the scales yesterday. It's 13 days to go today. It's the 29th of October. I jumped on the scales yesterday and I have put on 4 of the 5 pounds that I lost last month. So that's not very good, is it? So I'm thinking with 13 days left to go and everything's feeling a bit snug around the old belly area, the best I can hope for is a maintain. So I wonder if I can lose 4 pounds in 2 weeks. I doubt it. So we're going to be looking at it again, I think. I have eaten nuts. I have drunk wine. I've eaten fish and chips. I've eaten pizza. I've eaten sausages. I don't think I've eaten very many healthy meals this month. And to that end, I haven't really filmed very much either of my food at this stage in the game. We're having steak and chips, peas, mushrooms, tomatoes for tea. We went away to Cornwall. I had a cream tea. Oh, had some lovely food, really lovely food. One of the highlights was in a little pub called the Bowley Inn near Paper&Twine in Cornwall, and I had a Doombar rarebit, which is like a posh cheese on toast, like a Welsh rarebit but made with Doombar ale, and oh, that was beautiful. Yeah. So not very much exercise, too much messing around, too much chocolate, too many sweets, just too much of all the wrong stuff. So with 13 days left to go, I've got to really get my butt into gear. And hopefully next time I come back on camera, I won't look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. You wouldn't believe I've brushed my hair today, would you? Anyway, wish me luck for the next 2 weeks.
Right, let's get it over with. No excuses. Sorry for any reflections or shadows, and please excuse my scraggy toenails. I need to remove nail varnish. So there we are, £160, 159.8, round it up to 160. Oh dear.
I've not written in my book all month. I wrote on October the 14th. Oh, what a turn up for the books. £156. That's £5 off. It would be lovely if I was 153 next month. Well, £4 on. £4 on. I've alluded a little bit to what went wrong last month, but let me put on now some of the food, some of the dinners. It's mostly dinners and cakes out that I film. Some of the food that I ate during the last 4 weeks. Yes, I seem to have developed a mild, no, not even the word mild. I seem to have developed quite a strong addiction to nuts, and not healthy nuts, but flavoured roasted nuts. There is a brand, I think it might be called Feast or maybe Forest, I can't remember, who do the most amazing flavoured nuts. And yes, I can quite happily munch through 100 grams of nuts, no problem, which is really, really calorific. I could blame last month on having COVID. I could blame it on going to Cornwall. But I think I need to blame it on a lack of self-control. I've got an utter lack of self-control. This month, if I've wanted something, I've had it. I've not been in the least bit mindful. And all of that joy that I felt when I lost £5 last month has all evaporated. And, you know, I'm nearly 60. It is so hard to lose those pounds. It is so hard. So what am I going to do about it this month? Do you know, I really don't know. I think one of the things that I'm experiencing, and I've watched a few people's videos where they've taken one of these weight loss drugs. Manjaro is one that seems to be quite popular in this country at the moment. Costs about £140 a month if you can't get a doctor to prescribe it on the NHS for you. There's no way that I can afford to spend £140 a month on a drug like that. And I wouldn't want to inject myself anyway. Some people are having really good weight losses. I know some of you that watch me watch Caroline, Mrs. M, and she's done amazingly on her first month. And hats off to her. She talked about food noise, and a couple of other women that I follow have talked about this as well. That on this drug, they have lost the food noise. They don't think about food. And my secret diary of a serial dieter is supposed to be me not being on a diet, having what I want, but only eating when I'm hungry and trying to be mindful. So instead of having like a whole 100-gram bar of chocolate, split it into little bits and save it and savour it. But no, I've not done that. I've not done that. I seem to be thinking about food all the time. And my goodness, we have had some lovely food. We had some great food when we were in Cornwall. Those cheesy chips at the Pandora Inn on the jetty that you saw a little bit of footage of there. We had whitebait, deep fried whitebait in breadcrumbs. And then, oh, those cheesy chips were to die for. I have never had cheesy chips like that. They were just, oh, amazing. I had a big family event last weekend. My girls came home on the Sunday, and they hadn't seen my half-sister and my nieces, their cousins, since the Christmas before last, which was just awful, really. And so we arranged this date ages ago, and I tried to cook quite healthily. I did a huge big pasta bake to feed. There were 16 of us, including children. So I did that huge pasta bake that you saw, but it had got loads of mozzarella on the top. The salad was healthy. I went out for a coffee with my friend Linda, and we did have just a little tiny fairy cake, but I had a cappuccino. Why not just have a black coffee, which is what I've got now. I've done hardly any walking, and I should be going out for a walk now. The sun is out. After all of the greyness that we've had through November, I think my husband read a statistic that there was a town, this was Friday he told me this, so what was that, November the 8th? Yeah. He asked me how many hours of sunshine I thought there'd been in November, and one town had experienced 54 minutes in a week of sunshine. And the sun is out, so I should be going for a walk. Why am I not going for a walk? Well, obviously I've got this job to kind of sit here and chat to you. It has been really tough. It has been really tough. I've wanted to seek comfort in stodgy food and food that I know that's not very good for me. Although yesterday, which is the last food clip you saw, I didn't want to cook. I was really meh. I was tired. And I think that comes down from introducing too much sugar into my diet again. So I persuaded Mr. Paper&Twine to do the cooking yesterday. And he said, what do you want? And I said, I don't know, I'll think about it. And I thought, what I really want is a hearty chicken casserole with carrots and mushrooms and onions in it, and some peas and mash, just plain good old mash. So bless him, he did it for me. And I'm not saying it was the healthiest of dishes that I've had this month, indeed it wasn't, but it was really, really what I needed at that time. So we've got an uphill struggle to climb this next 4 weeks. It's Mr. Paper&Twine's birthday tomorrow, and I've asked him what he would like me to cook. I've said that I will cook him a nice dinner for his birthday tomorrow. We're not going to go out because it's Tuesday, and also I didn't get paid last week because I didn't work, obviously half term, so I've not got mega bucks to spend. And he doesn't really want a fuss anyway. He'd much rather sit at home. So he said he'd like steak. Now I said I'm not very good at cooking steak, and I probably won't do steak and chips. So I'm gonna, when I've finished filming this, I'm going to have a look in some recipe books and look at something nice to do with steak. Perhaps with noodles or something a bit different. But I need to get my food cooking mojo back because I'm letting Mr. Paper&Twine do the majority of it at the moment. And yeah, he doesn't care about what he eats. He doesn't care about what he weighs. But yes, if I want to even have a loss compared to what I was last month, I've got to lose £5 in 4 weeks, and I just don't think I can do it again. I think I put that weight loss down before to cutting out sugar for the month, cutting down on alcohol, and having COVID, actually. I think I lost some weight when I was poorly. Yeah, so an uphill struggle. I've had things on my mind as well. You might have seen a comment I put on the community page. My mum is not well, and that is playing on my mind. She's not very happy at the moment, and that worries me, you know. She's got so many things that are wrong with her health. I don't want to go into them now, but she's not going to get better, you know. She's not going to get better. But it saddens me to see her so unhappy, and that's affecting my dad as well. And I guess, you know, it's, you know, I'm lucky to be 60 and still have my parents alive. You know, a lot of people don't have that. But yeah, I need to rejoice in the fact that they are still alive. Yes, life's difficult for both of them, but I need to rejoice in the fact that I have got them around, and I need to not wallow in self-pity and stuff rubbish into my mouth. And I think on that bombshell, I shall leave you. Oh no, there was one thing I was going to say actually. I think to kind of make myself a bit more accountable, I'm going to change up the format of this a bit. I haven't been putting descriptions of the food on the photos for the last couple of months. It's a lot of work to do that. But if you would like to know what some of the things are, if it's not clear, let me know. Leave a comment down below. And I think I am going to film a little bit more day-to-day food struggles. So it will be a little bit more like a diary of a weight loss journey. Yeah, just looking back actually, I'm on my second book. I've thrown the first one away, but what I did do was take the very first page. When I started this on the 21st of March 2021, I was 14 stone 2, which was £198. So if you think that I am now £160, I have lost £38 in 3 years without trying very hard. So on that bombshell, I shall love you and leave you. Do comment down below. Would you like to see this format updated? I think for me to be a little bit more accountable and honest, that's what I need to do. I'm going to try really hard not to jump on the scales between now and December, the whatever it is that I'm going to be filming this on. Yeah, so there we go. I've witted on enough. Do go and enjoy your sunshine out there. Well, it will be evening by the time you see this, so it'll be dark. I am going. Take care, everybody. Bye now.